Welcome to the Grant Writing Simplified podcast. This is the place to learn how to make a big impact in your community through grant writing and nonprofit consulting. The world needs you to step forward as a grant writer and use your skills to lead with confidence. I'm Teresa Huff, former special ed teacher turned grant writer and nonprofit strategist. In my 20 years of freelancing, I've helped nonprofits triple their funding and exponentially increase their reach. Now I'm stepping up to mentor freelancers and nonprofit leaders like you who are ready to take your skills to the next level. It's time to get intentional about your vision so you can create lasting change in your community. Learn the skills and strategies you need to become the grant writer the world needs. Let's do this. Hey friends, Teresa Huff here. Welcome to Grant Writing Simplified. Before we dig into today's topic, I am hearing so many great questions from a lot of you, and the thing is, the questions are really similar. A lot of nonprofits are asking similar questions, and then a lot of people wanting to be grant writers to help those nonprofits are asking some good questions about how do I get started? Am I doing the right thing? What's my next step? And I got to thinking, no, there's so many of you in the same boat. I would love to help you and have a conversation around this. So my question for you is, if I were to host some kind of workshop or just a roundtable conversation where you can come in, ask your questions, we can discuss this, would you be interested in that? If so, would you connect with me on LinkedIn or go to teresahuff.com/help, HELP, and just answer the quick questions there and let me know. Just, yes, I would love to do that, or I would love to be able to ask you questions, whatever that may be. Just go to teresahuff.com/help. And if that's the case, I will put something together in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and we will just hop on Zoom and chat about this as a small group. You know, I got to thinking sometimes it is helpful just to have somebody to ask the next step, or you get stuck. You try and navigate all the searches in Google and resources out there, but you really just need a live person to bounce your ideas off of. And a lot of times you don't even know what you don't know. So you don't know what to ask, which is kind of a problem in itself, right? So if that sounds of interest to you, if you'd love to connect in a small group, just like I said, go to teresahuff.com/help. I will put something together. I don't want to do that if there's no interest, or if you guys are like, nah, I'd rather not. But if you would like to hop on a call with people in a similar situation as you, then let's do it. I'll put it together and send you the details. All right, before we get into today's episode, I want to also share a really amazing resource with you. So when you're a busy nonprofit leader, I know the pressure to get grants going when you've got a million other things going on can be pretty overwhelming. Well, that's where my friend Derek Timmerman comes in. He's the founder over at Sparrow Nonprofit Solutions, and he's created an incredible system unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's called Easy Grant. Every week, Easy Grant gives you exactly what to do next to find, cultivate, and apply to foundations who are perfectly aligned with your mission. They even write the letter of inquiry for you. It's crazy affordable, just a monthly subscription, no contracts, you can cancel anytime. Honestly, it's kind of like the Netflix of grant writing. So go check it out today, Easy Grant by Sparrow Nonprofit Solutions. Just go to myeasygrant.com. Now, today I want to talk to you about something that I've been kicking around a lot, especially with the emergence of new AI tools and new, opportunities in the space, but also a lot of concerns around that. And it's the idea of unlearning. Now, we talk a lot about learning, of course, like we always are wanting to learn new tools, new strategies, new skills. We want to be better. We want to learn how to be a grant writer, a fundraiser, how to be a better leader, how to use technology, all the things. And learning is vital to stay relevant and growing and keep our brains sharp. So don't get me wrong, I'm not discounting learning. A lot of people, and myself included, we even describe ourselves as lifelong learners. And you probably know a lot of other people who are. And that's wonderful, and we should absolutely keep doing it. But what if we have overlooked something? What if unlearning is just as important. Sometimes there may be things that as we're learning, we get stuck and we're not able to implement, but we can't quite figure out why. And it could be that somewhere along the way, we've picked up different strategies and we need to go back and unlearn those in order to implement the newer strategies. If we want to move forward, we have to let go of some of our old way of thinking. You may have heard the quote, "What got you here won't get you there." And it's also true that what got you here will keep you here. So if we want to move to the next level, sometimes that may require us to unlearn and let go of some of our old habits, our old mindsets, or conception of how things should be done, and instead move into the new ways of doing things and make room for the new learning. And so are we so full of the shoulds and the status quos that we're locked into our same ways of doing things? We complain that we can't see the forest for the trees, and that might be because we're so comfortable with the trees that we don't want to see anything else. And sometimes we need other people to help us uncover our own deep ruts. And I think that's where it can be really powerful to have a small group of people, mastermind, a cohort, even an accountability partner. And sometimes we just need other people to help us uncover our own deep ruts that we need to unlearn. Now, unlearning can be pretty hard. It can be uncomfortable. A lot of times fear holds us back, or even cognitive bias, which is when we look for the things we want to see. Like when you buy a new red car and then all of a sudden you see that same red car all over the highway. We are looking for it. So we might need to back up and unlearn and try to start fresh, look at it through new eyes. That may come from asking ourselves different questions about things, or instead of jumping to conclusions, asking more exploratory questions. I've found this is also true at the organizational level as I'm working with nonprofits on their strategy or talking with the board on some of their goals of what do they want to do next. Nonprofits can get in this comfortable mode of this is how we've always done it, or but we've never tried that before, or what if it doesn't work? Sometimes we need to change the question and unlearn our previous assumptions to be able to explore and to go to new levels with the organization or with our leaders. Board members don't always see the vision and they can be afraid of change, or sometimes it's just individuals too. It's true of all of us at times. So I just wanted to give you that food for thought this week, especially as over the next few weeks coming up, we're going to be talking about some of these new emerging tools with AI. And don't worry, I've got you covered. I've got some really cool resources coming up that I can't wait to share. But again, I would love to hear from you. If a small group get-together is something of interest, just either shoot me a message on LinkedIn or, like I said, go to teresahuff.com/help and drop in your email so I can send you the details. And if there's enough interest, then let's get together and let's talk through some of these questions. Let's get you started on the path to supporting nonprofits. All right, my friends, have a great week and go change your world.